It's showdown time here at Wilton Mill, the final race of the Road to Moto GP in the British Minibike Junior Classes 2024. We've already had so many fantastic battles this weekend. They will conclude in each of the 5 classes in our programme, starting with the Ovales, the MiniGP 110. Sebastian Gaznavski on pole position from Mason Federick, and the new champion Max Robinson in 3rd. Leo Soliu and Caden Herring ahead of Kian Daly, who's actually come about very strongly in this last race of the year. Leon Simpson, Mason Hams and Ella Musgrove in front of Jasper O'Neill-White and Austin Wilton. So it's the MiniGP 110 class for the Ovales, aged 10 to 14, these riders. Let's go straight to battle. And already Max Robinson trying to take on Mason Federick, but the leader is Sebastian Gaznavski. No problem at all as they run through Oblivion and Crook, along Manuel's Bank, up Fine Lady, and up to Christmas Corner. And it's that battle once again between Gaznavski and Mason Federick. It's already been 2-1 as far as the battle is concerned, Federick versus Gaznavski. And the priority now for Mason Federick is to try and seal 3rd position in the championship. Gaznavski's already confirmed in 2nd, Robinson is already the champion. Federick wants to be the 3rd man in this top 3, confirmed.
Drone altitude 117 feet today. That's what we're looking at as we look down upon them going down the inside straight into the boot. The 64 bike is out Gaslowski, followed by Mason Federick on the 50.
Max Robinson, their 3rd position. Absolute relaxation zone for him. Won the championship in this 2nd race yesterday. So he's just out there having a laugh, and it must be such a wonderful position when you know you've got no pressure on your shoulders at all, and you're just out there to have some fun. A young lad from County Antrim. A lot of riders would actually have sat out in this 2 races as well, but it's a very decent reflection of the man Max Robinson. Look, I paid to be here for the 4 races. I want to go racing. I don't care that I've already won the championship. It's fun to ride. I want to go and ride.
Yeah, absolutely, and there's no doubt he should do that this weekend. You've paid for your entry, so even though you won the championship, it's not like in the other classes there's a World Series place on offer and you might injure yourself before you end up going to Spain. There's nothing on offer in this class to go to the Junior World Series, so he may as well ride. He's entered, he may as well carry on.
There is Leon Simpson battling with Caden Herring for the top 5. Leo Soliu, let's give a bit of a shout out to him because he's currently in 4th position, staying with these 3 a lot more concisely than he has done in previous races. So he's actually sticking with them. Okay, he's losing about 5 to 6 tenths of a second per lap, but the young lad from Bourne is actually doing a fair job to keep up with him. Here's Federick making his bid for the inside, as he has done several times this weekend already, and Mason Federick gets through into the lead.
Great shot there off the drone of Christmas Corner as he just pops up under the drone and gets the job done.
And there's a welcome spectator here this weekend, the sunshine. It's been under overcast grey clouds with high pressure and high humidity all weekend long. It's nice to see the sunshine out here at Wilton Mill for a change, and that will change the way that the circuit behaves.
Yeah, absolutely, there's no doubt. It was overcast most of the day yesterday, still very warm, but overcast, but today sunshine is out.
And that means that the more damp patches of the circuit that we had yesterday are not going to be quite so prominent. So riders can really start to open up the taps of the bike a little bit more. So Federick, Gaznavski, Robinson, going to come through together. Leo Soliu just doing his best to stay with them, losing about 8 tenths of a second or so per lap. Gaznavski's going to try and make the bid here to take back the lead from Mason Federick, and does so in a Christmas. No worries at all there for Gaznavski. Federick leaves him enough space. Robinson just watches it happen.
New race leader is the 64 bike of Gaslowski, but this is going to be an interesting race. Federick won both races yesterday, but it was Gaslowski, I think, that took the race win earlier today. So Federick will want to end the season on a high and make sure that the bookmakers have him as favourite to win this championship next year.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Max Robinson, with Sebastian Gaznavski moving forward into 2025. We'll be watching both their progresses with interest. But obviously Mason Federick definitely looking like a championship candidate next year, the way he's currently on form. Not sure where we're going to see Robinson and Gaznavski in 2025, but almost certainly both riders would be looking to move up. Federick is one of the newer faces in the Ovale 110 category. Here he comes again on the inside line, and just a lap after he lost the lead, he's going to get it straight back again. Excellent work from Mason Federick. He is absolutely alive in this one, and now Robinson is just again hunting down these two occupants, and he just feels, well, I don't really need to go for a move, essentially. I can just let them squabble amongst themselves. The gap will open up organically. Yeah,
but 2024 champion is not going to sit there and just accept third place in this one. I think give him half a chance. He's going to go for it, Max Robinson. He's going to want to try and end his season on a high too.
He's just keeping it nice and comfortable behind them. He's certainly not letting them pull clear, as Leon Simpson is battling away with Caden Herring. Those two have been pretty much locked together all weekend long. Little bit of a trip up there for Gazlowski out of the final hairpin, and that might have been enough for Max Robinson to go for it. He certainly had to think about it into crook, didn't he? Through oblivion, and he's had to back out of it again, but now he's got a great run. This could be the chance. They could both be getting on terms with Mason Frederick. And that comes back to what you were talking about earlier in one of the previous programs, I think it was, when we were talking about yesterday's races. The top speed differentiation between here and Three Sisters. Three Sisters, they were nudging 75. Here, they're only able to get up to about 55, and Robinson's going to make his bid. Now he gets through on the inside into Wilkins, and that puts him into second position ahead of Seb Gazlowski.
Yeah, and he's not finished there either. Max Robinson's going to go for the win here, no doubt about it. He's looking pretty tasty. He's been tasty all season in this one. The fastest lap is now held by Gazlowski, but he's now down to third place. Frederick, Robinson, Gazlowski, but for how long? I think Robinson's going to make the move sometime soon. Here they come. They've got a back marker in play as well. Max Robinson will want to take advantage of that if he can. There's Leo Soliu.
Well, we saw in the inset, Simpson and Herring are still dueling away over fifth position as well, so that could go either way. Gazlowski's going to dive back in on the inside of Robinson. Not going to happen. Now, this is going to be critical how they deal with this situation, because that is Austin Wilton. He's got to stay to his racing line. Does he know that all three of them are going to come through? That was about as close as it gets with a back marker. And again, nothing wrong with what Austin Wilton did there. You're a rider, you've got to stick to the racing line, you've got to stay predictable. The onus is on the riders who are lapping you to get past you, whether that's on the inside or the outside, it's irrelevant. It's up to the leaders to do the hard work. They are the ones who've got to move offline.
Absolutely, and Austin Wilton, of course, a lot less experience than these riders out front, and that's why he's getting lapped. He doesn't have any club championship that he can go and race in and then move up to the Nationals. He's got to come to the Nationals and put it all on the line with the TV cameras out as well. So if you are a fan or a friend of Austin Wilton, he is not as experienced as everyone else, certainly not these three out front, and that is why you're seeing him getting lapped today. But he might be getting lapped today. Watch him in a year's time. Yeah,
he'll be winning races in a year from now. You watch. That's the way that the development arc usually tends to go in British mini bikes, and it's worth pointing out, of course, that that's what makes these races so tough, because they've obviously got to go through the cutthroat world. Now we're going through the back markers. Frederick deals with it nicely. So does Robinson. Gazlowski gets caught. So that's a bit of an awkward moment for Sebastian Gazlowski, but now they can have it again as they go past Jasper O'Neill-White. Similar story. Well, one of them's made it through. That's Frederick. Robinson's got to wait. He's got to pick his moment. So he's not quite going to get the same purchase in terms of pace, and that's going to back him into the path of Sebastian Gazlowski once again. This is perfect for Frederick.
Yeah, and that was the worst place to come across a back marker. You see how much time he lost, and indeed Gazlowski lost too. So now we've got equidistant between first and second and third.
And that means that it could be nice and simple for Frederick to finish off the job, and that would put him third in the championship standings as we conclude proceedings here. But Frederick does not want to take anything for granted here, and he knows well that the man behind him on the 99 bike is the new champion. Max Robinson just wanting to finish things off with a victory if he can, but obviously Frederick wants the same thing.
Now look at the pace Robinson's got. He was a good 15-20 bike lengths behind. Now all of a sudden he's 0 bike lengths behind. He's right on him already. That's the sort of pace we know he's got, and he will now know that in just less than one lap. He's caught him from 15 bike lengths behind. He's right on him now, and he'll know by the time they come to Christmas corner, if not sooner. Oh, he had a look up the inside in turn one at Crook through oblivion, the right-hander. Fine Lady is the next little curb, the little red and white curb, and here comes Robinson down the inside.
And here comes Gazlowski. Oh, Robinson had to hold himself up there for Frederick and get on the brakes a little early. That was all the invitation that Gazlowski needed to nip by in a second position instead. So Robinson going for the lead, ending up holding himself up there behind Frederick's bike, and he gets into third position because that's Gazlowski through. Robinson desperate to get him back.
And Gaslowski was, well, if Robinson was 15 bike lengths behind, Gaslowski was 30 bike lengths behind. He'll know I've come back from 30 bike lengths and will have the lead on this lap.
Are there exciting races after a championship has been decided? Of course there are. This is the British Minibikes Championship, and in the Avali 110 category, which is quickly becoming my favourite class for banter and badinage in the British Minibikes paddock. It is great racing. Last lap then. And is there one more roll of the dice for Gaslowski? This certainly looks like there might be. Federic a little bit hesitant. They're going to go 3 wide down to Christmas and round the outside. Robinson thought he had Federic. Federic diving back on the inside of Gaslowski, who takes the lead. Magnificent. 3 riders locked together, centimetres apart of the braking zone. They could easily have all gone down together, but Gaslowski holds his nerve. Federic has to give best, and Robinson lets it play out there in 3rd position. Gaslowski in front of Federic and Max Robinson. Now they work their way out of Osiers along the back stretch. Is there going to be one final chance? I'm not sure they've got any more space to play with. Federic is doing everything he can to close back up on Gaslowski, but fair play to Sebastian. He really read the race perfect, made the move when it counted at Christmas. He takes the checkered flag. What a way to end the Avali 110s. Robinson bangs his handlebars in frustration. You're already the champion, but that's how badly he wanted to win. Gaslowski, Federic, Robinson, your top 3 in brilliant style. Soliu in 4th, ahead of Caden Herring, and Leon Simpson just a couple of seconds ahead of Mason Hams from O'Neill White, Ella Mosgrove and Austin Wilton. Robinson is your champion, Gaslowski your runner-up. Mason Federic does make it to 3rd. More great racing coming up.